Imagine waking up one day, looking in the mirror, and realizing that the person staring back at you is just okay, average, comfortable. Not bad, but not remarkable either. You feel like you've been stuck in a loop, doing the same things, saying the same things, living the same version of yourself. You wondered, what if I could become more magnetic, more confident, more alive? What if, in just a short time, I could completely reinvent myself as someone who commands attention, radiates charisma, and navigates the world with ease? It might sound like a fantasy, but the truth is, transformation is possible, and you don't need years of experience or some secret formula. You can start today, and in just 30 days, you can reshape how the world sees you, and more importantly, how you see yourself. The first step is acknowledging something important. Being a player isn't about manipulation or deceit. It's not about games or tricks. Being a player, in this sense, is about confidence, self-awareness, and the ability to connect with others naturally. It's about presenting the best version of yourself in every situation, whether that's a conversation, a date, or even just walking into a room. So, how do you start this transformation? It begins with a deep look inward. For too long, many people focus on external tactics, lines, routines, or flashy appearances, without addressing the foundation. And the foundation is you. How you think, how you feel, how you move through the world. The first days of your 30-day journey should be devoted to self-reflection. Ask yourself the tough questions. What are my current patterns? Where do I lack confidence? What fears are holding me back? Write down your answers. Be honest. No one else needs to see this, but this step is critical because awareness is the first ingredient in change. Once you understand where you're starting, you can chart a path toward where you want to be. Next comes the mindset shift. Imagine walking into any room feeling like you belong, radiating energy without trying. This isn't arrogance, it's self-assuredness. A big part of being magnetic is the internal belief that you are enough. The way you carry yourself, the tone of your voice, the subtle expressions on your face, they all communicate confidence before a single word is spoken. Some people might think confidence is something you're born with, but in reality, confidence is a skill, and like any skill, it can be developed. Start small. Practice standing tall. Maintain eye contact during conversations. Speak with clarity and purpose. Even the smallest adjustments to your posture and voice can dramatically change how others perceive you, and more importantly, how you perceive yourself. But mindset alone isn't enough. A complete reinvention requires action. One of the most powerful ways to transform yourself is to upgrade your environment. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and reflect the traits you want to embody. Distance yourself from energy-draining relationships, at least temporarily. This doesn't mean burning bridges, it simply means prioritizing growth. Physical presence plays a surprisingly large role. This isn't about achieving some perfect aesthetic, it's about health, vitality, and energy. Start with movement, even in small doses. Regular exercise not only changes your appearance, but also boosts mood, sharpens focus, and builds an underlying sense of discipline that seeps into every part of your life. Equally important is grooming and style. This doesn't mean buying expensive clothes or following trends blindly. It's about presenting a version of yourself that feels intentional and polished. Clothes, hairstyle, and even scent are subtle signals that communicate self-respect and attention to detail. When you feel good in your own skin, others can sense it. Now, here's the part that often gets overlooked: social skills. Reinventing yourself as a player isn't about having a set of canned lines or tricks. It's about authentic connection. The best players are attentive listeners, genuinely curious about others, and capable of making people feel understood. Start practicing deep listening, ask questions, maintain engagement, and resist the urge to dominate the conversation. People are drawn to those who make them feel seen. Humor, timing, and subtle charm are also important tools. Don't force jokes, but don't shy away from playfulness. The goal isn't to be the class clown, it's to create a light, enjoyable atmosphere that draws people toward you. Even small smiles, a well-timed observation, or a gentle tease can communicate warmth and confidence. And here's the secret that most guides won't tell you. Reinvention is not linear. Some days you'll feel unstoppable, and others you'll feel like you've regressed. That's normal. What matters is showing up anyway. Each interaction, each decision, each choice you make to embody this new version of yourself is a step closer to permanent change. Around this stage, it's also essential to cultivate a sense of mystery. A player is magnetic, in part because they aren't fully readable. They maintain boundaries, are selective about what they share, and move with purpose. This doesn't mean being secretive or aloof. It means creating depth. People are drawn to those who have a life, passions, and experiences beyond what's immediately visible. By now, your journey should also include reflection on emotional intelligence. Understanding your emotions and managing reactions is crucial. People who can navigate social dynamics with empathy and poise naturally command respect. Recognize triggers, practice patience, and learn to respond rather than react. This skill transforms ordinary interactions into moments of influence and connection. Halfway through, you might be wondering, am I really changing, or is this just surface level? That's an important question. Reinvention is only meaningful if it touches both external presentation and internal growth. A player isn't just confident on the outside, they are self-aware, resilient, and authentic at their core. It's time to take this even further by exploring new experiences. Confidence and magnetism grow when you step outside your comfort zone. Attend events you normally wouldn't, start conversations with strangers, explore hobbies that challenge you. Each new experience expands your identity and gives you stories, perspectives, and presence that naturally draw others in. Some reports suggest that one of the most overlooked aspects of social mastery is how you handle rejection or failure. A true player doesn't collapse under disappointment, they learn from it. Each misstep is data, not a verdict. The ability to maintain composure and adapt in the face of setbacks builds resilience and an almost magnetic sense of calm. As your 30 days approach the final stretch, the focus shifts to refinement. Observe patterns in your behavior. Which interactions felt effortless? Which areas still feel awkward? The goal now is not drastic change, but polish. Every word, gesture, and expression should align with the version of yourself you've been building. Here's a secondary hook to keep you engaged. Imagine walking into a room and noticing how people respond differently, how they gravitate toward you, laugh at your jokes, and seek your presence. The change is subtle but undeniable. This is the power of deliberate reinvention, and it's a feeling you carry with you long after the 30 days are over. But remember, the ultimate transformation is internal. External validation is fleeting, but self-respect, confidence, and presence are enduring. Reflect on how far you've come, the courage it took to challenge old patterns, and the discipline required to maintain this growth. Reinvention is a journey, not a destination, and your 30-day sprint is merely the beginning of a lifetime of self-evolution. Finally, consider the emotional impact of this journey. Reinvention isn't just about attracting others, it's about becoming someone you're proud of. It's about waking up each day feeling aligned with your values, confident in your abilities, and excited by the possibilities ahead. There's a profound satisfaction in realizing that your social life, your relationships, and even your inner dialogue can be reshaped through intentional effort. So, as the 30 days draw to a close, take a moment to reflect. Stand in front of the mirror and truly see yourself. Not the old version, not the idealized version, but the version you've built with dedication, courage, and consistency. This is a person who walks with purpose, speaks with confidence, and engages with authenticity. A person who has learned that reinvention is not about pretending to be someone else. It's about uncovering and amplifying the best version of who you already are. If you take away one thing from this journey, let it be this: change is possible, but it requires awareness, action, and persistence. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, but with focus, curiosity, and self-respect, you can become someone who not only commands attention, but genuinely inspires it. And here's the final thought to leave you with, a reflection that lingers. Imagine looking back a year from now. Would you recognize yourself? Would you feel proud of the risks you took, the effort you invested, and the courage to step into your fullest potential? The 30 days is just a spark. What you do afterward, how you continue to grow, is the story that really matters. If this journey resonates with you, don't stop here. Keep practicing, keep exploring, and keep refining yourself. And as you continue, I want to hear from you. Share your experiences, your breakthroughs, or even your struggles in the comments below. Join the conversation because growth is amplified when we learn together. If you found value in this video, give it a like. It helps others discover it too. Subscribe to the channel for more insights into self-development, confidence, and mastering the art of connection. And most importantly, take what you've learned and apply it. Transformation begins with action, not intention. Your 30-day reinvention starts today. You have the tools, the knowledge, and the mindset. All that's left is to step forward and become the version of yourself you've always imagined.